All right, Frank Warren, Tyson Fury's UK promoter, and been with him for so long. You know, Tyson told me this week that he wins this fight. He actually already feels like he's the king of boxing as a heavyweight champion. But he wins this fight. What does that do for him, not just in the UK, but in the world?
Well, I think at the moment he's the number one heavyweight, and I've felt that for a while. This will definitely cement his position if he comes through the fight on Saturday. And then, he's in a position where hopefully we can get some more big fights for him. The Usyk fight, for example, maybe even Anthony Joshua still. There's fights there to be made. The WBC are talking about a mandatory. So there'll be a few options to look at and some decisions that have to be made. And I just want to keep him busy. I mean, he's been out of the ring now for 20 months. It's a long time. You look at his record, and I think in 7 years he's only been active for 2 of those. Which is, so there's no miles on the clock with him from that point of view.
Yeah, he spoke about how, just from the mental health perspective, it behooves him to get back in the ring as quickly as possible. What exactly is your take? Because we've seen the ruling this week from the WBC saying that they want him to fight the winner of White and Wallin.
Well, they're saying that we got, I think it's a month to negotiate with Usyk, but it seems that Joshua's called for his rematch clause with him against Usyk. And if that's the case, then the WBC will make their final decision on what's going to happen. But you've got to remember that Dillian White is fighting Wallin. Or Wallin, however you want to pronounce it. He's fighting him. So we'll see what happens with that. And apparently they've got a rematch clause.
Oh, geez. Now, I would imagine that you would prefer a Dillian White fight in the UK. That could go like
Brits, obviously. That'd do big business. That'd do good business in the Britain. But at the end of the day, as I say, I don't want to tempt fate. Providing he comes through tomorrow, then he's got, Tyson will make his decision as to what he wants to do.
What is your take? I mean, as we're only, about 24 hours away from the fight at this point, what do you see happening? I mean, do you think Wilder has truly reinvented himself under Malik Scott, or do you see sort of a repeat of what we saw in the second fight?
For me, I look at, I'm sort of old school, I suppose. I look at fighters and I look at, at a certain age, what can you learn? What is he now, 34, 35?
Right, 34, yeah.
Is he going to become a boxer? He's had 20 months himself, but is he going to become a boxer? I don't think so. It's not his style. His style is that he's unconventional, he's awkward, but he's a massive puncher, as we all know. That's what's got him through a lot of fights when he's been behind on points. Tyson in the first fight took his shots, and in the last round, by the way, I didn't think he was going to get up. How he got up, I don't know, but I believe he broke Wilder's heart when he got up from that. And by the end of the round, he was on top Tyson. Second fight, I remember when he did that first fight, he lost nearly over 150 pounds in 6 months. Had a couple of warm-up fights, been out the ring for nearly 3 years by then.
Yeah.
So he'd done extremely well, and I thought they felt it was going to be they were going to knock him over, which he caught him early. I was about the 7th or 8th round. Yeah. But Tyson was outboxing. Then you look at the second fight, and for me the second fight, I said that he'll stop him. I could see he had the beating of him, and it was all about taking the centre of the ring, negating what Deontay's got, which is walking forward and letting his shots go, keep him on the back foot, don't let him set himself. And Tyson did that. And Tyson caught him with some good shots, and he caught him some good body shots as well. He put him on the floor with a body shot.
Absolutely.
So can he learn from that? Is he going to change? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, for me, you've got to go with your strengths, and his strengths is his punch power. And if I was him, or I was advising him, I would tell him as soon as that bell goes, you got to jump on Tyson, and you're going to just have a shootout. You may go, but he may go, but you ain't going to outbox him. You're not going to be there at the end of 12. If it went 12 rounds, they're not going to be putting up his hand.
Right.
There's no way he can outbox him, in my opinion. And he's got to do what Anthony Joshua didn't do in London against Usyk. He's got to commit to it, throw the shots, come out and try and take control of the centre of the ring. If he does that, I think we're going to get something very exciting, because I don't see Tyson backing off of it.
Yes, that will make for a very interesting event. But the other thing that sort of is in my mind as we head to the weigh-in today, we're hearing that Tyson has packed on some significant weight. I mean, what do you expect him to weigh in at, and how is that going to affect the fight?
He looks in really good condition. I mean, I've seen him, so he looks in excellent condition. He's a very big man. He's got a big frame and he can carry weight. I think he may come in just a little bit heavier, but for me it's not about weight. It's about it's about speed. And if you're carrying a lot of weight, that can not be good for you. His ideal weight is in English weight is probably about 18.5 stone.
Okay.
That's about his good weight. I think he may come in just a little bit heavier. We will see. But at the end of the day, he is smarter than all of us as far as boxing is concerned. He's got a tremendous boxing brain. He dismissed a trainer to take another trainer in Sugar Hill, who added to his armoury.
Yeah.
A lot of people said, why was he doing that? What'd you do that for? But he was right. What he did proved to be right. And as I say, he's got an extraordinary, boxing mind. And what the good thing about it is, he knows now his conditioning is what he lacks in his previous lifetime as a boxer.
Yeah.
Now he's a consummate professional. He's in the gym training, always looks well. So that's good. And I know mentally, as I said earlier, he's in a good place. And if he's mentally in a good place, that's 90% of the job with him.
Great, Frank. I mean, well, it's going to be a very exciting Saturday night. Sure, we're going to have a full house there at the arena.
I hope so. A shame the Brits couldn't come out.
Oh,
the place would be
devastating.
bursting, but never mind. It is what it is, and we move on. But I think there'll be some atmosphere there, and we get a good fight.
We'll give them some good news. I mean, since we got the Brits watching this, I mean, will you be bringing Tyson Fury back to the UK for his next fight?
I don't know yet. It depends on what. Well, all these fights are all, they're all sort of rematches and God knows what else and contractual commitments. We'll have to see how it all pans out, and it will pan out very quickly. I mean, obviously we'd like to see him back in the UK. The fans love him there, and they'd like to see him, but he loves it here too. He's bought a house. He lives in Vegas.
Yeah.
He's bought a nice house here.
And by then, the Brits can come over.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Frank.
It's a
Good luck
pleasure as
Saturday night.
always. Thank you.
Take care.